My name's Jo, I live in West Cross. My wildlife garden is an ongoing project. I've sort of fallen into it a bit really. I've always loved animals. I've always been compassionate about insects and very interested in them. I got more interested in biodiversity, obviously aware of all the decimation of the bees in nature and all the pollinators, and I wanted to attract those into the garden. So I started looking at ways to encourage that, and I'm very, very passionate about making sure there's a balance in nature as well. It's important to me that you don't use pesticides and herbicides, that you just let nature get its own balance. I tend to leave things run a bit wild. The birds and the insects will like that over the winter, and they can overwinter in things. So I have things like bits of wood lying around that I would let them rot. I've got things like a bug hotel up. I want to build a bigger one around this area because I keep this area damp and dark as I can. I've got frogs, newts, glowworms, loads of tadpoles in the pond at the moment, and it's just great. I've made a water bath for the birds. Really love seeing them splashing around in the bird bath. I have been growing things this year, and any sort of like salad leaves and things like that, and let them sprout again so they actually attract more pollinators. I want my garden to be somewhere that I can enjoy, but I love seeing all the nature in it as well. The benefits, I think, of the way I garden are that we get a completely diverse range of creatures of all sorts coming into the garden, and I enjoy seeing that. I do leave wild patches with things like weeds in. People say, what is the definition of a weed? It's just a plant growing in a place where you don't want it to be. I'm not bothered by that, so I will leave things. So if one patch comes down, another patch stays, and I sort of rotate them gradually. For the future, I'd like to actually put in some plants that will encourage damselflies and dragonflies, so things that they can actually climb up when they emerge, because they're just so beautiful to see. They're mesmerising. So I have planted some things in the pond this year. I've put an aerator in to actually move it around and make it a healthier environment for the wildlife that use it. And I've even put a water butt in this year to harvest the rainfall to actually replenish the pond if I need to. I think this is a journey for me, so I'm learning as I go along. One of the things I'd love to get in this garden are hedgehogs, but the garden is too well sealed off. But I might speak to my neighbour about putting a hole through the fence to actually get the hedgehogs in, because I know she gets them. So watch this space, it's growing.